Cool.
I think we're live now. It says live. So
Yep.
I don't
Awesome.
do anything. I just let it run. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Hey, you guys. This is welcome, affiliate marketers. I'm interviewing Zeky today, and he is actually on the other end of the interview table. Usually, he interviews all these huge affiliate marketers. So I'm glad to have him here, and Zeky, glad to have you here. I want my group to get to know who you are, as you're providing a ton of value. I see you active every single day. Tell me about yourself and what or who got you into affiliate marketing, if it's not what.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Sounds great. So first off, before I jump into my story and all that cool stuff and let you guys know about how awesome of an individual I actually am, I just want to say thank you to Kim for scheduling this interview. So I know Kim is planning to do more interviews in her group, and I got the honor of being the first person that she interviewed here live. So that's really cool, and I'm humbled, to be honest, that I was chosen for that. But I'm really honored for anybody. So anyone who does tune in with us, make sure, I always say this on any live I'm on, but make sure to comment below. Let's get some engagement going. Comment below with hashtag live or comment or hashtag replay if you're watching this later, and make sure to comment the hearts, just like or not comment, but hit the heart button, just like Kim mentioned. So my story with affiliate marketing, the way I got started, I actually got started in affiliate marketing not too long ago. I officially started in affiliate marketing in June of this year. So it's only been like, what, I don't know, maybe 3-4 months now. Time goes by quickly when you're doing this. So I don't even realize it. Honestly, it feels like I got involved like a month ago. But but it was back in June when I started. I really didn't know what I was doing. But I'll explain to you how I got started. So before I was doing affiliate marketing, I was doing drop shipping through Shopify, and I had a couple different stores, and I was trying out different niches. I had taken an in-person course in the beginning of 2017. I paid like $2,000 for that. Went down to Niagara Falls, and they were having an in-person kind of like, it was a full out course and like mastermind kind of thing. So that's where I learned like everything about. At that point, I had done like some Facebook ads and stuff, but I didn't really have a lot of experience with it. It was just kind of like for volunteering stuff I did locally here in Windsor. I live in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And when I was doing Facebook ads back in the day, I was just throwing paint at the wall. You know, like you have a Facebook page, you post something and then you click boost post. That's what I knew about Facebook ads at the time. So I went to this course for e-commerce and specifically for drop shipping through Shopify. And what he taught us was, first off, what drop shipping is. And then he took us into how to find winning products and all that kind of stuff. So product research, like from A to Z, basically. Maybe if you're into e-commerce, you might have actually heard about the guy. His name is Muhammad Ali Aguil. He's very well known. He tours around the world and stuff like that. He's like a top dog when it comes to even Shopify. When they have their conferences, they actually bring him as a speaker. So it was with him live. And he ran us through Facebook ads. And that $2,000 that I spent on it, because I didn't stick with e-commerce, right? And I didn't get the results I was hoping to get with my own e-commerce business. But just what I learned about Facebook ads through that course, it was amazing, and I don't regret it at all. And honestly, I don't regret money that I spend when it comes to like learning things, especially around digital marketing, because it's knowledge that people can't take away from you, and I can use it for whatever I'm doing now. But that's a whole nother story. But anyways, so I got into e-commerce drop shipping. I started testing out different niches. I had a store that was targeted towards teachers. I had a store targeted on in the kind of fishing niche. And I was just testing different niches with different products to try and strike winning products. And I found products that were getting consistent sales. But what I struggled with, hey, how's it going? I don't know who's commenting, but thank you for tuning in with hashtag live. Anyone else who's with us, hashtag live below. So I found products that were selling. Like I remember the first store that I actually opened with was in the photography niche, and I was targeting photographers with like jewelry that was themed around photography, and also weird things like there was a toilet paper holder that was shaped like a camera and like a Polaroid camera, and instead of Polaroids, like toilet paper came out. So people were actually buying this stuff. But what I had to struggle with, I would be getting consistent sales, but I would end up either breaking even every single month, or I'd be a bit below break even when I had to go and buy all the products. So if you know what drop shipping is, you get the orders, the sales up front, and then you buy the products later, and then there's other costs that come with that, and then people might return and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what was killing me. And there were mistakes that I made too. I was talking with a buddy recently because he was asking me what went wrong with me for e-commerce. And one of the things that I realized after talking to him is, to be honest, the amount of money that I spent in ads, I don't even know how much it was now. Like I spent quite a bit in ads over the course of the year and a half. I could have just hired somebody who was already battle tested and paid them a bit and get them to run those ads for me at a better profit, and it probably would have got me a lot more traction with my business and profit. But whatever, that happened. So at that point, what happened was I learned Facebook ads through this process of doing e-commerce, and I got pretty good at Facebook ads depending on different niches. Like I was getting as little as like 10 cents per click for some niches, which in e-commerce, like if you're targeting passionate niches, you can do. With people who are into digital marketing, maybe you're not as used to, or like in information products, maybe you're not used to as cheap clicks, but I was getting clicks that cheap. So what I realized was the place where I was losing my profit was not on the actual ads themselves, but it was on the cost that came for me after the ads and all the things I had to worry about after. So what I was observing was I saw all these people. It was during that webinar craze. Everybody read Expert Secrets and was doing their own perfect webinar. And you saw all these different advertisements for different webinars. Yeah. And I saw all these different webinars online, and people were all pushing these digital products, courses, and things like that. And I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? Like I learned a lot to do with Facebook ads, and I'm really good at Facebook ads now. If I could just get rid of those other costs, like the products and all those other costs that I have on the back end after the advertising, then I could make a killing just using my Facebook ads knowledge now. So that's when I decided that I wanted to move from physical products to selling information products, and things that essentially my only cost at the end of the day really would be the advertising, right? So now the question that I had was, what can I sell? Because I didn't really know what I was going to, like, I didn't know what I can create a course on. I didn't know where to start, and I was just kind of clueless. I also didn't know for information products. I had a method that I followed for research when it came to e-commerce and physical products to see which products I wanted to sell, but I didn't know how I would approach, like, for me, like digital products was kind of like a different beast, right? So I didn't know how I was going to test what course would actually sell and what people were interested in. So then I picked up this book, and I have it next to me somewhere here. This book right over here, you guys might recognize, Expert Secrets. Yes. So I got this book, Expert Secrets. I don't even know how I came across Expert Secrets, to be honest. I don't remember at all. But I came across the book somehow. Maybe it might have been, I don't know. But I came across Expert Secrets somehow, or ClickFunnels first. I don't remember which one. And I got the book and I started reading it. And if you guys read it, it's an amazing book. By far, like one of my favorite marketing books, period, till today. This and .com Secrets as well, which I read afterwards. But what he was talking about, essentially how to build your digital information product empire, right? And while I was going through it, I was learning all these different techniques, but then I didn't know what I was going to apply to these techniques too. And he did give advice like the ask campaigns and this kind of stuff to do research. But to be honest, I'm a little bit impatient, and I was a little too impatient that I was like, you know, I want to start making money right now. I want to start applying the things that I learned with ads and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know if I want to go through this whole process right now, maybe later, but I had no clue what I'm going to start with in terms of teaching. So one of the things he mentions in the book is he talks about using these techniques and stuff even if you don't have your own product. And he mentioned affiliate marketing. And he's obviously pushing kind of ClickFunnels affiliate program, which is an amazing affiliate program, but he's pushing it in there. So that's kind of like, I heard of affiliate marketing before. It wasn't my first time, but my exposure to affiliate marketing was, I come from like years ago. I was involved in MLM back in like 2012. Okay. So
MLM.
Yeah. So like back in 2012, I have exposure to like MLM, network marketing, and all that kind of stuff.
What type? So what do you sell for MLM?
I don't know if you guys know a company, ACN. So I was with a company called ACN, right? Like back in the day. So and that was kind of like my introduction into entrepreneurship when I started with them. But the thing is, like, so I ended up leaving it. Some of the other people who were doing with the same company at the time, they ended up leaving, but I still had them as friends on Facebook. So I saw that some of them jumped into affiliate marketing, but it wasn't like, I feel like, you know, with certain affiliate programs, like especially I love the ClickFunnels affiliate community, and people who are ClickFunnels affiliates, by the way, for people who aren't into it, it doesn't mean you have to choose a company and you're only an affiliate with that program. like I'm an affiliate with tons of programs. But when I say the ClickFunnels affiliate community is because there is a community that's that has sprung about out of the affiliate program of ClickFunnels. And I love the ClickFunnels affiliate community because I feel like it's a strong community and there are people who are actually about, providing value and stuff like that. Whereas some of what I came across before and what my exposure before to affiliate marketing was from those people who kind of left MLM and got into affiliate marketing was they kind of jumped just straight into like Warrior Plus and, those low ticket stuff. And their strategy was really just spamming Facebook. So they'd be just regularly spamming Facebook with their links. They'd be posting like, oh, I made $4.87 today or this, that, whatever. And I was looking at it and I was like, man, I don't care about this. And I'm not interested. Sorry?
I think it was like $4.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not interested in affiliate marketing because all I see people spamming. I don't want to be a spammer. And I was already from when I was in MLM, I was just getting started. And there are ways to go about MLM without spamming. Yes, but I was spamming when I was in MLM. So I was like, I don't want to do that again because I didn't like that. I didn't like doing that. So when I read the book, when Russell Brunson was talking about it, and he talked about his strategies for digital marketing and applying affiliate marketing to that, or applying that to affiliate marketing, that was much more appealing to me. And I realized that what I wanted to do in terms of promoting digital products, affiliate marketing was just that. You're selling products at the end of the day. The only difference with affiliate marketing is you don't have to be the one to create those products, right? Yeah. So I figured it was an easy way to get my foot in the door without having to go through all the technicalities and whatever of creating my own product, building my own brand from the beginning and all that kind of stuff. I can do affiliate marketing for now, but my eye in the long term was, and still is, like I do plan to release my own stuff, but in the long term, I was like, okay, I am going to create my own products and I am going to do my own stuff eventually. But for now, let's get my foot in the door with affiliate marketing. So when I was getting started, you can probably tell I still wasn't taking it like super seriously. I didn't realize like how big of an opportunity affiliate marketing actually is. It wasn't until what happened was I started with the affiliate bootcamp from ClickFunnels. I don't know if the affiliate bootcamp was.
Yeah, exactly. 100 day, but really not
exactly.
100.
Yeah, retire in 100 days thing. So I don't know if that was mentioned in the book or if I just came across it on the ClickFunnels website, but that's how I started. Now, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, honestly, that's not what I recommend to start with if you're getting started. I think there's better ways to get started, although I think it is a good start for an absolute beginner. So me, I had kind of background in digital marketing from my e-commerce stuff and all that. If you have zero background, then sure, jump into the affiliate bootcamp because you're going to learn valuable stuff. And I did learn valuable stuff for affiliate marketing in there. But what I would actually recommend, and maybe I'll mention later in the interview, is if you really want to get like a bootcamp for affiliate marketing and even like for ClickFunnels specifically and all that kind of stuff, go to Spencer Meekum, to be honest. So take Spencer Meekum's course and you probably saw it all over. And yes, I know right now it costs like around $1,000. It's going to cost more, by the way, later, but it's totally worth it. And it's going to save you like a ton of headache. So that's the first thing. So, but I didn't get started with Spencer Meekum. So I got started with the boot camp. I was doing it for a bit. I committed to the 100 days and I was
all 100 days.
No, I didn't do all 100. What I mean is I made the commitment, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, now technically maybe the 100 days ended, but I don't know because this was back in June, right? So I started going through the steps day by day because I was kind of crazy. And if you guys are into Myers-Briggs, I'm an ENTJ. So when I'm into something, I go like hardcore into it. So I was actually doing multiple days in a day, but I was going through it, and then I ended up coming across, I think in one of the Facebook groups, it might have been the ClickFunnels official group or Avengers, I came across a guy named Brian Scores that you guys might have seen. I don't know how to say his last name properly, but you guys might have seen him on in some of the other groups. And he had what Catlin likes to call the viral share funnel. So basically the affiliate side hustle funnel, if you heard about it, goes by different names, or business in a box funnel. So he had that funnel, right? And somehow, I don't know, he told me, we were talking and I saw on his profile. So I asked him, I'm like, hey, I need some help with getting this affiliate marketing thing going. And he told me to check out the funnel. I got the funnel from him. And then I just started doing solo ads from there. I dropped quite a bit in solo ads. I think I dropped like,
how much?
I don't know, like between $1,500 to $2,000 in my first month. Cause I was like, I want to,
how many people?
How many signups? This is the thing with solo ads, and maybe we'll talk about it more later. the goal with solo ads shouldn't be to get ClickFunnels signups. And I know the viral share funnel technique, like it tells people to sign up for ClickFunnels and all that kind of stuff. But the way that I actually look at that funnel is that funnel itself is a lead magnet. So I actually don't care when someone signs up. I don't care if they sign up for ClickFunnels through it. That's not my end goal. My goal is to get them on my email list. Now I have an email list of about 2,000 people. And I think in total, in building that email list, I paid something like $2,000. So to me, that's pretty good. Exactly.
That's a really
to me, that's pretty good. Yeah. So to me, that's pretty good. And as far as I look at the viral share funnel, it's really a lead magnet in my opinion at the end of the day. I did get ClickFunnels signups through it. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly how many came through that, but that wasn't my goal at the end of the day with it. And a lot of those ClickFunnels signups, like you get ClickFunnels signups, they don't all stick, you know. I remember Catlin and other people mentioned specifically, and this is kind of what I saw too. It's like 30%, like 1 out of every three people kind of stick to ClickFunnels when they sign up. But anyways, so I don't remember exactly where I was in the story. When I came across the viral share funnel, yes. Yeah. This story is getting long, by the way. But so I came across the viral share funnel thing. I started doing that. By doing that, I came across Catlin Bettridge because his videos were in the funnel. So I looked up affiliate side hustle, and then I found Catlin Bettridge, and I found his Facebook group, and then I found all his content. And what I started doing was I started scraping Catlin's Facebook group because people kind of take it for granted, but he posts a bunch of his strategies in there for free. Like, I don't know why people don't take advantage of it, but what I did was I went in Catlin's Facebook group and I searched free traffic, or I searched like other things too. And I just started doing the things that he said. So like there's certain things I do every day with my affiliate marketing business that are straight up from those posts that Catlin just put for free. Like one thing I do every single day is I add people that are in my target audience that are into affiliate marketing and stuff. And I add them from groups that I'm active in. Yeah. I actually hired a VA to do that for me now because I'm kind of lazy. But I saw your post. Yeah, but that was an idea I got from Catlin. Another thing I do is whenever someone adds me on Facebook, I actually send them a voice message. Catlin calls it MVMD, I think.
What does that stand for?
That's what he called it. Let me see if I can get this right. So messenger voice message drop. That's what it stands for. Yes.
Oh yeah, I do that a lot too.
So I use that every time I accept a friend request. If I see, unless it's like someone who added me from like high school or something like that, but if I see they're actually from a target audience, I send them a voice message right away and welcome them and thank them for adding me and all that kind of stuff. So there were these free strategies that Catlin had in his group, and then from there I started joining other groups because I would kind of see like who was active. I saw Dan Frigo was there. I saw Lindsay Bache. I saw like James Hurst and all these different names. So I started like joining their groups and following them, and some of them putting like see first on Facebook. Lindsay mentioned that in my interview, by the way, when I asked him, how do you get like the attention of these people who are well known so you can get them on interviews or get them in your groups and stuff like that. And he mentioned on Facebook, put your settings for them when you're following them, put it for see first so that you see all their content and you can comment on it and you can engage and get noticed. So that's actually something I did. I don't know where I came from it. Yeah. So I started doing stuff like that I saw from their groups that they put as free value. And then from there, I ended up, a lot of them were mentioning Spencer Meekam's course. Like all of them were like Spencer Meekam students. So I figured, I'm like, you know what? I got to get this course because courses save me time. And that's the way I look at it. A lot of times people are scared about dropping like $500 or $1,000 or $2,000, like I said, for my e-commerce course. But the way I look at it is like most of the money I've invested so far into my affiliate marketing business has actually been in education and has been like in courses / masterminds and stuff like that. That has been more than I spent on anything else. And that has sped up the process for me. Like I think I'd still be struggling now because I haven't been in affiliate marketing for a long time. Like I said, it's only been 3-4 months. For the first month, I had no clue what I was doing because I was just following the affiliate bootcamp and I really wasn't getting results with it. I dropped like $800 on Facebook ads that month with like nothing, no results from it.
No.
I got some email signups, but it was like, I didn't really know what I was doing. And then I think it was during July when I came across all this like stuff to do with Catlin Bettridge and all that stuff. So it's only been maximum like 3 months that I've actually been plugged into all of this. But the reason I've been able to move quicker with it is because I was willing to put money into educating myself and getting Spencer's course. I bought Spencer's course when it was like 1.0, Affiliate Secrets 1.0 before he launched the new one. Yeah. So I spent like $500 on it. Now it's double that. Totally worth it because I know the price is going up for sure. Honestly, he can triple it and it would still be worth it in my opinion. He can quadruple it. I don't care because I know it's saving me years and it's totally worth it. But yeah, so that's kind of how I got started. Aside from that, did I skip anything? Oh yeah, and then after I got onto his course, I also saw the opportunity to join Catlin's personal mastermind. So I joined his mastermind right away because I was like, again, I'm like, if I get one-on-one mentorship from Catlin and I have him in my corner, it's just going to speed things up for me. So I jumped on that opportunity. I don't know if that opportunity is still open. I think Catlin said he was going to watch this interview, so he can comment below and let us know. But I know there was a ton of demand. I know he has limited spots on it. If it is open, you need to sign up. So that's pretty much pretty much everything. I know he doesn't have an affiliate program, by the way. I'm just telling you straight up, like you need to invest in your education.
Yeah, no, I strongly believe in that. The only way that I end up making money is if I invest the time and invest the money, because a lot of times people are like, am I gonna make money within 2 weeks? And
yeah, it's such a horrible way to look at it. That's the thing.
The answer is really no. You're not like in 2 weeks. You get these free trials, but you can't deceive people and be like, yeah, you're gonna make money. It's like it's gonna take a little bit more than 2 weeks, and it's gonna take a lot of time and investment. It's not like get rich quick. But yeah. All right, let me move on to the second question. Thank you so much for that for sharing your story. That was
I know I went
really
on a
passionate.
bit.
No, like I really like that you're super passionate and it shows, and it's like authentic and genuine. So you came from the same type of background I come from, which is e-commerce, and you answered question number 2. I wanted to ask you why you chose to go away from e-commerce into affiliate marketing. You answered that pretty well. All right. This is probably a noob question. Oh, you answered that too. Did you answer all of my questions?
I don't know. Maybe we went through the whole interview now.
You answered everything? How do you manage to get interviews with all these top affiliates? Okay, wait, no, you told me that before we
went live. I told you that before we actually went live, so I'll explain it to everybody.
Okay.
So here's what I did, because I did 2 interviews so far in my Facebook group. The first one was with Catlin Betridge. The second one was with Lindsay Bache, but I have a couple more that are scheduled.
Heavy hitters. Exactly.
I'm gonna announce them. Like I have Dan Frigo lined up. James Hurst said he'll do one, etc. So here's how I did it. I don't know if some of them are watching right now, but literally they're watching. This is how I did it. Yeah. So the first thing was, like I said, Lindsay mentioned this strategy, but it is something I kind of like intuitively did before. But I put C first for certain people. First with Catlin, because I noticed he was posting so much stuff. So I was like, okay, you know what? It wasn't even like I wanted to get noticed by him, but what it actually was he's posting a ton of value. So I want to like consume all of this stuff so I could just speed up my journey as quick as possible. So I had C first on him. I had C first on a couple other people, like I think Lindsay Bache, James Hurst, Dan Frigo when I came across him, and Rachel Esley was one of them, Spencer Meekum. So I kind of put C first on them. And because of that, I would kind of like naturally engage with different content. Also, I was in their Facebook groups, and I would check their Facebook groups through like when I can throughout the day or whatever, and I would engage with different stuff. So I don't know how effectively it worked, but I'm assuming doing that allowed them to recognize my name, because it should do that. But I think so. But that's something that happened. So that's the first step that you can do, is if you want them to recognize you and they see that you're putting in action, they see that you're one of the engaged people in their audience and all that kind of stuff, that would for sure help. But the next thing that I did was, I was already part of Catlin Betridge's Facebook group. I mean, sorry, not Facebook group, Mastermind. And I had already been talking to Catlin and all that kind of stuff. So Catlin knew me. So, and I knew Catlin would be down to do an interview for sure. So he was the first person that I wanted to get on. He was someone anyways, like I genuinely wanted to get on. I had like my dream. If you go into the affiliate bootcamp, it talks about dream 100 people. And I didn't do it at that point, but I did it later. So I have like a list of like people that I want to interview, and Catlin was one of those people on there. So I was like, you know what, let me hit Catlin up first, because I already have it in with him. I'm already part of his mastermind. So I asked him if he wants to do an interview, totally down right off the bat. So once he agreed to do an interview, I sent a voice message to, I think it was James Hurst next. And I said, hey bro, or it was Lindsay Bache, it was one of them too. But I said, hey bro, I'm doing an interview with Catlin in a few days. I want to do a couple more interviews. I'd love to interview you. Can you please, can we do the interview? And And he's like, yes. So I got James Hurst, and then I contacted Lindsay Bates, and I'm like, yo, bro, I see you're killing it on your Facebook group. I'm doing an interview with Catlin. James Hurst also said he wants to do one. Can I please get an interview with you as well in my group? And he was down for it, totally down. So then I contacted Dan Frigo, and I told him that I'm doing interviews with all these guys. Can I please do an interview with you? And then he was down for it too. So basically, I kind of like piggybacked off each of them. I don't know if I actually needed to do that, but but whatever, because these are cool dudes, and like very likely they would have just said yes, but that's what I did. So I kind of piggybacked off each of them, and I scheduled the interviews. So far I did 2 of them, have some more coming up in my Facebook group, but that's kind of like the strategy that I approached it with. And I plan to do more interviews as time goes.
All right, you guys hear that? Zeky wants to do more interviews. But Zeky, my question is, did they say yes like right away? Or did they
like
take time?
They were totally down. Like they responded pretty quickly. I mean, there were some people that I contacted that still haven't responded to me yet, but I'm not really stressed about it, because what I'm doing is I'm just contacting whoever I want to interview, and I'll get some of them now. Some of them may not respond now. Some of them may not know who the heck I am, but I'll eventually get them. So I'll just follow up and get them eventually. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that strategy. I think that's really valuable for anyone who wants to help grow their group, because it seems like all these big affiliate marketers or people who've been doing affiliate marketing for a long time and they're totally full-time now are fine just being interviewed. And in that process, you like gain engagement. You also get to know them as people instead of just lurking around on their Facebook group.
For sure. Not only that, but you also build up your own brand just by interviewing people. This was a tip, like if you're on YouTube, because I'm into YouTube and I follow video influencers, and they talked about I don't know if you guys know the video influencers channel, but it's a big channel on YouTube that talks about building your YouTube brand. And they actually built their brand through interviews on that channel. So it builds your brand, but also the other thing is you learn a ton yourself. Like my interview with Catlin, I learned stuff and I realized things that I wasn't doing, that now I go back to the interview and I'm like, okay, time to put those things into action. Same thing with Lindsay Bates. So we had the interview this past weekend with Lindsay Bates, and even after the interview was done, when we were off live, he just gave me a couple tips, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Like that's awesome. Now I got a couple more tips that I can use to grow my Facebook group. So yeah, it's really valuable and definitely recommend.
You're kind of like getting one-on-one consulting without
yeah, I guess in a way.
Consulting. Right? Which is awesome.
For sure.
All right, I want to go on to the next question, because I know some of my audience would want to know this, because I get asked these questions all the time. How much did you, I think you kind of answered that too. How much did you spend already to get to where you are, and how much do you anticipate on spending to get to where you want to be? It could be like ballpark range, because this is important simply because I think this stops a lot of people from either moving forward, or they just jump into it and then they don't really get it, and then they're like whoops, it's like and then they like jump out, they cancel their ClickFunnels, and then they go away.
For sure. Here's the thing, I'm gonna answer the question in a second, but what I'll tell to everybody watching this, it honestly doesn't matter how much I spent, because what I spent is like what I did, right? There's different strategies for you to approach, and one of the things that I love about affiliate marketing is you don't actually have to spend, like there's different ways to go about it. So you can go about it quicker by spending money and investing money, or you can take the longer route by just not spending money and investing it, and basically using free traffic and maybe even learning things slower. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I would recommend. So in terms of how much I spent, I mentioned before, like in my first month, I dropped like between $1,500 to $2,000 on solo ads alone. Actually, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think in my first month I really purchased any educational stuff or whatever. So I did the solo ads thing the first month. And then after that, I spent some more money I got Spencer Meekam's course, like $500. I got another course by Greg Jeffries, SEO Affiliate Domination. I got, what else did I spend on? Some other random things like supplies, like this mic right here that I'm using, and things like that, because I want to pump out YouTube videos. So these are all things that I basically looked at, and I'm like, you know what, I can spend money on this and I see the return that I'm gonna get from spending it. That was my philosophy, by the way. Like when I decided, because spending $500 on Spencer Meekam's course, it was for me like I didn't want to drop like 500 basically at the time, but I looked at it and I'm like, listen, I see what he's covering in the course. Am I going to make back at least $500 from dropping this $500 on the course? And my answer was yes. $500 is not crazy amount of money to make in affiliate marketing. Like you can make way more, and I intend to make way more than $500. So I was like, okay, no brainer. $500. I have the $500. I can afford it. Okay, I'm going to buy the course. Same thing with my other approach, like the equipment that I bought from YouTube. I'm going to be pumping out YouTube videos. So this microphone and the webcam, the HD webcam I'm talking to right now, am I going to make more off of that than what I'm spending on it? Yes, I will. So that's what I did. I put the money in. Catlin Bettridge's mastermind. Do I expect to make back more from having one-on-one mentorship from Catlin than what I'm spending on getting that one-on-one mentorship? Easily. So I put that in. Now, the thing is, I was able to put that in. If you're not, then that's fine. You don't have to, and you can start. Like, there's so much free content out there. You can take advantage of it. What I would suggest, though, because it's very easy to get analysis paralysis and just frozen by all the things that are available. Like when you search affiliate marketing online, you're going to find endless things. And I was even talking to a buddy that was in affiliate marketing before, but he kind of didn't go so deep into it. And he ended up just quitting on it because he said there's so many different people peddling information and saying you got to do this or this or this or this. And I have no clue what to do. So my philosophy on it, and I apply this to other areas of my life too, but I like to choose like a methodology or like a person mentor or whatever, or like a couple few that are kind of in the same circle that I'm going to follow, just master that technique, get it done. And then after I got that established, I'll build onto it. So like right now, for example, I'm focusing very heavily on YouTube content and learning how to rank on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And I'm also trying to get like real good on Google Ads and all that for my affiliate business. So I'm kind of like laser focused on these things. And then when I got these things down packed, I'll add next to it. But I'm not actively searching out more strategies, because I know that I also do some things with Facebook, but these are kind of things that I already established doing. But I know the methodologies, and I know the people like Catlin Bettridge, like the stuff Dan Frigo has in his group, and all these groups that I mentioned before that are all kind of in that same circle, but they all have their own like flavors and whatnot. But I'm kind of following that circle and the strategies that they share. And then when I got that under control, like I expect to be able to get to where I want currently using those techniques, and then I can add other things. But I don't want to get shiny object syndrome and just be pulled in every direction. Now, so with that said, if you can spend money, if you can invest money into ads and all that kind of stuff, for sure you're going to start making money quicker. It's just like when, I don't know how many people in your group, if a lot of people come from the same background with e-commerce, but you're going to make a lot more sales quicker if you're actually using ads, right? As opposed to just trying to go off of, I don't know, like maybe Instagram and organic stuff and whatever. So it's the same thing with affiliate marketing. Now, do you need to spend the money right off the bat? Maybe a little bit. Maybe there's certain things, like let's say you want to build bridge pages and stuff. You need ClickFunnels for that and whatnot, but you don't need to spend a crazy amount of money to get results. You can do it slower if that's what works for you. At the end of the day, it's a long game, and you should be looking at where you're going to be in like 12 months or where you're going to be down the road. Not I want to make money in 2 weeks or I want to get rich within the next month. Make sense?
Yep, makes total sense. I want to dive a little bit deeper into that and say, you say that you're like following only certain people and you're going to do this, road. So what is, for Zeky, what is the next 4 to 5 steps? Like, I know that you're hitting it hard with YouTube. And are you focusing on anything else?
Okay, so the main stuff, like my priority. Roadmap? Yeah, my priority stuff to focus on right now is my Facebook group, to build that to above 1,000 members, because basically, like I've been told, we'll see what happens when I get there, but I've been told when you get to like 1,000 members or so, you hit critical mass and it's a tipping point and things just like momentum really starts picking up. So right now I'm like grinding hard. Exactly. So right now I'm grinding hard to get my Facebook group past that 1,000 member mark, and I want to keep building it. I want to get it way past that, like 10,000 and all that. But right now, like a top focus for me currently is building my Facebook group, and like pretty much like most of the stuff I do are very aligned to that. Another thing is pumping out YouTube, because I've gotten pretty good at ranking YouTube content. So just pumping that out on scale or at scale, that's another big thing. Most of the Facebook stuff, I'm keeping the Facebook stuff that I do, like the regular stuff. I'm getting myself to the 5,000 friend limit, and then there's like engaging in groups and stuff like that. I'm keeping that up because honestly, like that is not hard for me to maintain. I have my VAs doing certain work for me, so quite a bit of it is automated that I don't even have to worry about it. Like I can forget that it's happening. And then aside from that, it's just like I like to engage in certain Facebook groups, and I like to do it myself instead of my VA, so that's actually like authentically me engaging, right?
Yeah.
But that's the main thing. So my Facebook group is Facebook group and YouTube is top priority. And then another thing that I'm planning to do, and I'm starting basically this week, is go through Spencer Meekam's 30-day strategy and actually put his 30-day thing to work. So that's kind of my main focus right now.
All right, cool. Good to know. I think that's a good roadmap for a lot of people who can who don't know where to start there. Like grow your Facebook group, get to 1,000.
Sure.
All right, let's see, do you have I'm reading from my questions. Do you have a mentor, one mentor? You're in the mastermind, so you do have a mentor.
Yeah, exactly.
And you told me what courses you bought. Is it necessary to buy a course? You're pretty like
personally, I'm pretty gung ho about buying a course. I much rather sacrifice some money than sacrifice my time. Like I don't want to spend the next 2 years just trying to figure out how to make things work in affiliate marketing when I could just buy Spencer Meekam's course and have him pretty much lay everything out to me. And now all I have to do is follow those steps that he gave me. And in the course, by the way, for those who are not taking it, like he gives so much stuff. Like I chose YouTube out of all the strategies. He covers other things in there too. And he has other people covering other things. So like to me, it's like complete no-brainer. $1,000, honestly, at $1,500, which I think is the final price he's gonna do, is nothing to spend to save that amount of time. Especially when like, if you're actually serious that you're making money out of this, like you should make that back. You know what I mean? So so that's what I'm thinking. I do recommend it. I understand people's situations are different. There is free info you can get there. I mentioned when I started, I was in Catlin's group and I was using the search thing to get all his different tips. So there's already things you can start before you get a course. But I would recommend, if I had $1,000 right now and I had to choose between spending that $1,000 on advertising, like if it's the first 1,000 I'm going to spend, between advertising or between like a good course like Spencer's, I would choose to spend it on the course.
Oh wow. That's pretty powerful.
Unless I already have the background, then that's a different story. But I'm talking about an absolute beginner.
Yeah, because you said you burned through like $800 in Facebook ads. Or
exactly.
And
so that was me burning through not knowing how to do affiliate marketing properly. I could have put that $800 towards the course and then start applying his things from there. So it's the same thing when I look back at how much money I invested into my e-commerce businesses and I realize how much I actually spent. I don't remember off the top of my head now, but how much I actually spent on ads. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, man, like when you're in the moment and you're just spending like this much day by day, whatever, you don't think about how much it's actually going to add up to. But now when I look back on it, I'm like, if I spent this much money, why didn't I just take a little portion of that money to hire somebody else to do this for me and get better results? So that's kind of the way I look at it. You have to think in the long term, what's more efficient with your money.
Yeah, on that note, there are agencies who do Facebook ads and Google AdWords and everything like that. Did you ever thought of hiring them, or were you like, I'm gonna learn it?
I haven't done it yet, but I do think about it. Like for my affiliate business now, I didn't do it in my e-commerce business, but for my affiliate business, now I'm more knowledgeable with ads. And also Catlin is like, he knows his stuff too with ads, and I have his direct mentorship. Spencer's course is awesome. Like it teaches you Google ads like really well. It just depends. Like I'll see how my results go and then based on that decide. But I'm for sure, like, I mean, that is something on the table that I'm like, it's worth it to hire somebody, because if you're going to pay someone and they're going to get better results than you, then why not?
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. If you start from scratch, This is a very common question. If you start from scratch, how would you approach affiliate marketing? You kind of answered that. You kind
Yeah.
of were like, if I have $1,000, this is what I would do. I would get a
Yeah,
course and then start spending money
exactly.
on ads. Um, I saw that you're very active on YouTube with another subject before doing affiliate marketing. Are you still doing like
Like
vlogs?
vlogs and stuff.
Yeah.
I created a new channel. So I mentioned this right now. I'm doing those Facebook lives in my group. I'm doing a training,
Yeah.
YouTube ranking hacks, right? And one of the things I mentioned in there is your channel needs to have a theme and it needs to have uniformity because that helps you ranking in YouTube. So if YouTube sees that all of my videos are around digital marketing, when I create a video that's somehow related to digital marketing, I'm going to rank higher than someone else who has a channel that has digital marketing, cooking recipes, like workouts and all this kind of stuff. So if I'm trying to do multiple things, like let's say right now I'm doing digital marketing and then I also want to do vlogs on my gym routine and stuff, I'm going to create a different channel for it. So initially my channel was just like one channel where I just posted videos before because I wasn't really doing it professionally. But that was before I got into affiliate marketing too. So I kind of just was doing vlogs anyways. But what I did now was I created a new channel. I haven't posted to it yet, but that's for my vlogs. It's called Zeky's Adventures, the vlogs. So I'm going to be posting my vlogs there. I do plan to keep doing them, but I'm separating the two for the purpose of YouTube ranking. And then that way also my vlogs, I can separately rank them for, for people who are into vlogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Who wants to follow you on a closer level.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. How would you recommend? You kind of answered that. How would you recommend your audience divide their time when it comes to tackling affiliate marketing? Did you? Yeah. That's still a valid question. How would you recommend they divide their time? Let's say they have a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like a lot of people don't enter affiliate marketing full-time.
This is the thing. I think you should decide that based on what you can do. Because another thing about me, and it's kind of like a blessing I have, is my actual like day job, which I still work a day job, it's remote. So I actually work remotely. So technically, I don't even have to be in Windsor, Ontario. If I want, I can move to like Bali or some random place, and I can still do my job because it's completely remote. So so the thing is, like for me, it's a little bit different. I can put a lot more hours into my business than a typical like 9 to 5 person because of that fact. Like my work is almost the same as entrepreneurship, right? Just because of the nature of it being remote. So but here's the thing. If you don't have that situation, then you decide what you can put. The way I kind of look at it though is I just make sure every day I'm doing something for my business, like doing a couple of things to move my business forward. And I know what are the things that I'm focused on right now. So I talked about, growing my Facebook group is a priority. YouTube is a priority too. I kind of slacked off on the YouTube for the past 2 weeks. I feel like because I didn't record as many videos as I should have, but I did do research and stuff like that, so I can decide what videos I want to record. So now I have a long list of videos to record. So the way that I put my time in is every day. I make sure like to get engagement going in my Facebook group. The things that I hired my VAs to do, like adding people from my target audience and stuff like that on Facebook every day, which also helps grow my Facebook group, because if you look on my profile, it's pretty much a funnel that's pointing people towards my group. So that I used to do myself. So I would spend time adding people, all of these different tasks that are aligned towards what my priority right now is to focus on. And then the other thing I would focus on is trying to pump out a video. So like once per day, just jump on here. Like once you have the good equipment too, like I got this Logitech HD webcam and the mic and whatever. Like now I have the list of videos that I want to do. I can literally just jump on here, turn on the camera, talk to the camera for 10 minutes, video complete. And since I have a VA that edits it, technically I would have edited it before or whatever. I just send it off to them now. I do recommend, by the way, this is the thing. This is why I hired VAs. It doesn't cost a lot to hire VAs. Like if you can spare like $30 per week, you can hire some part-time VAs, right? Yeah. But then you can free up some of your time. So I was spending a lot of time editing videos because my computer also wasn't the best. So it was like super slow. So what I did was I just hired some VAs so that now all I have to do to pump out videos is record the video and then send it off to them. They'll edit it. They'll do the YouTube thumbnail. They'll upload it. I also recorded training videos for them already. in which I put in our project management software Asana, and it shows them exactly what I want them to do. So how I want them to do the descriptions of my YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. So I don't even have to worry about those things. Basically, all I have to worry about now is recording my video and sending it to them, and everything else is automated for me. So basically, to sum it up, you want to spend most of your time doing those things that move the needle forward with the things that are priority right now to you in building your affiliate business. Now, if that means an hour per day that you can spend that hour per day. If you can spend 3, 4, 5, 6 hours per day, then do that. Everyone's going to be different, but I don't think it's a reason not to start, because at the end of the day, a year from now, the next 12 months is going to pass. So you can either build something over that next 12 months, or you can just be in the same situation that you are now in 12 months from now.
I totally agree with that. I got into affiliate marketing because the next year I don't want like a lot of my income to depend on physical products that can be returned and without reoccurring income. So that's awesome.
For sure.
Okay. I kind of asked, what would be your never mind. I don't want to answer a question. You answered all my questions, even before I asked them.
Awesome. I'm psychic.
All right, you guys. I feel like we've covered like almost everything. Oh, here's one question that I haven't kind of included, but I kind of want to ask you. What is it? Like, you said that there are some tips and tricks that you still didn't really know before you talked to Catlin, or you talked to Catlin and other interviewers. Do you mind sharing something that is not common knowledge, or something that wasn't common knowledge to you? And
yeah, sure. So I'll mention one thing that Catlin mentioned on the interview that I realized, I'm like, oh my God, I messed up. So I mentioned how I have an email list of like 2,000 people now. Yes. Now that email list is mixed between people I got through solo ads and people I got through like Facebook and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
So one thing Catlin that kind of came up in the interview when I was talking to him, Catlin mentioned how he made this big mistake, which I also made. Now I realize, but he made this big mistake when he started his affiliate marketing, or when he started doing solo ads, and it was that he didn't separate the people who he got through solo ads from the rest of his traffic. Now what he does is he has a list that all of the people who he gets through solo ads go to this specific list, and then another list called his VIP list, where people from other traffic sources like Facebook and his Facebook group and all of that go to there. The reason this is important, and this is a great tip for anyone who hasn't gotten started with solo ads yet, is what you'll find with solo ads is it's a lower quality source of traffic. So even though you have them on your email list and everything, they're pretty much cold traffic. And the reason for that is the people who are on solo ad lists typically sign up for like a ton of email lists, all of these different like get rich quick kind of things. Every time they see an opportunity to make $100,000 in the next 2 months, I don't know, but every time they see an opportunity to make money online, they sign up for it. So what's happening in their inbox is they're just getting tons of emails every single day. So for you to get results with your solo ad list, your emails need to stand out from that. But also you need to offer them low ticket things, because the mentality of that make money online niche is they're people who typically want, or at least from my experience, what I've seen is they're people who want a lot of results, but they don't want to have to invest a lot. They don't want to have to spend much money, like how much I dropped on those courses, or they also don't want to have to spend much time. They want quick results for little money, which anyone who does online business knows that that's not a realistic desire to have. No. But in order to get results in a niche like that, you need to sell them very simple things that are very low ticket. So like offers that you'll find on Warrior Plus and ClickBank and JVZoo. Like simple things themed around internet marketing or make money online, whatever. You want to create a sequence for those people, but then you don't want to be pushing those same emails to your higher quality people on your list that you got through Facebook and stuff like that, who are people who are actually willing to invest, money into actual like courses like Spencer's and stuff like that. So you want to separate those lists. That's something I didn't do. That's something I'm starting to do now. Aside from that, Lindsay gave some really good tips for building emails, just kind of like around consistency and stuff like that. Sorry, not emails, Facebook groups on our interview. But like around consistency and all that kind of stuff and content, and especially a big one was one thing he recommended is whenever we're doing Facebook Lives, just keep reminding people to engage. So like right now, anyone who's watching live, I see we got a couple of viewers. Comment
We're-
below #live. And
Hashtag live
if you're
heart.
watching this later, comment #replay and smash the heart button. The heart button, Facebook's algorithm doesn't care as much about like buttons anymore, so smash the heart button. But
we're not that great at doing that, because throughout this whole thing, we're just talking.
Yeah.
People are saying hello, and we're like, hi.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I actually,
I'm like silently going
I
like this
actually
while
can't
you're
see
talking.
the comments. Where it's showing me as
okay.
the interviewee, it's just showing me that we have like people live, and then
I
it
do
shows me
see
your
comments.
screen. So I actually don't even see the comments right now, but I'll engage with people later when we get off the interview. But yeah, so
Okay.
those are a couple tips that I took from them. And there's other stuff, but they don't come immediately to mind right now.
Okay. Well, I think this has been a really great interview. I want to tell my audience about you, get them introduced to you. So Zeky has a live, every day he does live YouTube videos, YouTube training. And YouTube is definitely, like, it's the second largest source for search. It's a search engine, how to blah, blah. So it's going to be really useful for you to check out his training. It's every single day. And for 5 days. This is the second day, so you can watch his video the other day, today, and you can follow him for the next 3 days. So I'll include the link to his training somewhere below.
For sure.
And I'm repurposing this for YouTube as well, so if you like this content, subscribe and give us a like. And that's it. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the broadcast.
Awesome. Thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate it and honored.
Right. Bye, guys. Thank
Take
you,
care.
Zeky.
Thanks.